I'm going to recap a couple of tickers starting with NEO. We ended the day at $7.21, up 2.41%. This is where we are. To the north side now takes us to roughly 737. Above that, 753, and another potential take profit area, a sell limit area, $7.69, although I do not anticipate we get to this level. Now, to the south side, the middle of the trend is now 706, so we could range between 706 and this line right here, which was the beginning of the middle of the trend for the beginning of this week. So this is resistance, and this is support down here. But I only like to mark it out one time per week. But just know that it changes every single day, obviously. Now, to the south side of that, 647, that is one level of support, many levels of support and resistance in between 2 and -2 SD. Below that, at another potential buy-in area and a potential stop loss area, 658, and 642 for another pullback area, potential buy-in area. This gap forms at 648 and closes out at roughly 622. And to the north side, hopefully we hit that, although we are going down though on the 5, but possibly by Thursday, if we don't hit this, which I kind of think we will, but we will hit it safely on Thursday. But the potential is still there to hit it on Tuesday for this range. And then we have another gap up here that I already talked about for my gap and go trades that I did over the weekend. All right, that is NEO. Oh, and I want to say hello to Trader Ahmed, and he wrote, "Sit tight and enjoy the ride, NEO 100 to the moon, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we take off soon." Now, I already did this previously, but just in case, the target is now $8.98, which is a 24% return. All right, and that is it for NEO. Now let me go over something very quickly. Msos. I'm in this trade. All the hot pink lines are lots that I own. All right, we ran today up 28%, and I heard something about a tweet from the president, and I have not looked it up. So let's find out. Yeah, I don't think it's in this. It talks about NVIDIA, Intel, and SOX. Well, let's just go back out. You can obviously pause that and read it. All right, I got out because I had set a sell order, a sell limit, and it triggered. So let's first give you some targets. So we are at 528. Now your target is, let me move this out of the way. So we have very close to this already at 533, which we will hit, and then 560, 559, that's an area I've sold before in the past, and then 587 at another level of resistance and another potential take profit area and another potential sell limit area. Depends on your goal. To the south side, 479 is the window, and then to the south side of that, to an area we've been before at 425. Now I'm going to show you what I did. So I bought in at 475, which is right there. Let me just click that. Coordinates 475, and I sold out at 527. 531 was the high of the day. So, oh, and this blue line is a line I marked out in 2023, and we're just finally getting back to those levels too. Okay. So we have a gap to the south side right here that will take us down to 418. So I will rebuy for sure at 418. But what I did for myself is I moved the time frame just to mark out some lines here, here, and here for myself. And now I will delete that. That just gives me a range to play in for the day. And I did that Sunday for Monday, even though I didn't do a video. So let's remove that. I'll remove, see how this touched and bounced off this? That was support. That upper line was resistance. Let me show you. That was the 15. And then we dropped and then blazed through this area. Now we're at resistance. So I will anticipate a rollover. We could go up some more and then bounce back down. So let's get rid of this because I don't need it. I marked out the 5, I think the 5, the 1, and the 3. Here's another 15. Okay. And I'm going to delete, now that you see this, let's just go to the daily. I want to show you something. See that? I marked this out in August of 2023. And all we are doing, so look at this. So we went up and then back down. That turned into support on the way back, and then up, and then we rolled over, and then we retraced with this gap up, not gap, excuse me, this wick. All right, and now we're just going back down and then back up. So I had my opportunity to get out and I never did, and this time I took it. It depends on what account I'm trading in that I make more moves. Okay, so I will, well, you know what, I'll just leave this here for now, and then once we rip past it, then I will figure that out, what I'll do with either leaving it or deleting it. But I just want to see that for now because it's interesting to me. All right, and those light pink lines are areas that I've already sold. The green lines I've already taken profit, and I still own some at 208, 315, 370, 423, 433, 438, 475 I just sold, so let me remove that. I turned that light pink so I know I don't own those shares anymore. But did I sell 493? Oh, what did I do with the 493? I'm gonna put this back to a hot pink and double check that I sold that lot. All right, that's MSOS. And then let's go to Mara. I got stopped out in this one because I had set this way earlier. Well, not way, but a few days, I think. I trade so many tickers and put so many stop losses. No, not stop losses. Sell limits that it gets sometimes confusing, but that's okay. I took a 6.98% return. So I bought in at 1650 back on the 25th, and then I saw it was running and I just got out at 2 standard deviations, and now 2 is here. It's recalculated, rebalanced. And the target will be, let me mark this first. 1866. Okay. 1891 and 1988. Here's the pullback area at 1620. What else happened? All right, I've traded this multiple times. So this took us to roughly 1763. Oh, that's why I set the sell order, because earlier I saw the gap. So I was playing this gap play, and normally I know sometimes I've set it 1 penny above the gap fill. This time I eked it out 2 pennies. Woohoo! All right, 2 pennies, and it ran like the dickens. Okay, and that is the reason. And why did it run here? Marathon holds 52,000 Bitcoins, positioning it as the second largest public company by Bitcoin holdings, just behind MicroStrategy. Oh, that's very good. Yeah, so I did own this at 12 something, and I sold out. Oh, 12.32. See that hot pink or the light pink? That's why I know. I know to look for it. So I sold out and made a profit there, but I've sold it for 1.56% just to get out of a position. 2.98, 6.98. Oh, look at this gap. See, it's been a long time since I've looked at this because there hasn't been that much movement, but now we're starting to hopefully chug along here. 16, 25, 26. This one is done also, and that is at 1586. Yeah, I really needed to clean this chart up. 1610 there. Oh, this gap to the downside closed. Let me clean that up. I'll be here all day. Just kidding. 1677, and it started at 1698. Delete. There's another one here to clean up. 1545. Oh, ooh, what can we look forward to right here? 1987. All right, 1987 right there. Oh, that will line up with 3 standard deviations, but right now we're still in a downward channel. See, I can't go back. I have to go to the 15 now because it's harder to extend left. But as you can see, I've tracked this many, many times. And here's a pullback area. Here's a pullback area. These have closed. Right about there. Yeah. While I'm here, let's just give you the daily. I'll go through and clean this up at some other point. It's probably easier to clean it up on the daily so I can see it better. Okay, your pullback areas. See, look at this. It's good to be an expert at a couple of tickers, and that way you can stay on top of things. Not me, though. As someone said, my charts are kind of crazy, and I agree with him, but I know what every line means, and I know people don't trade the way I trade. It is psychotic looking when you look at it, but it makes sense to me, and it's very visual and super easy to read. That took us down to 1130. Delete. Delete. Okay. I don't own Bitcoin, but you know, if Fidelity or Vanguard or those oligarchs of the trading brokerage firms did it, then most people would get into it. But I'm not going to start up another account. I don't need another account. And it's just too much work. Wait, is that? I don't know. I got to look at that on a different time frame. All right, what is the window? Oh, look at this. Just kind of we've retraced back to an area from July, basically. All right, where are we? 1866. One window to the north side. 2116, right? And to the south side, because there's always a south side. All right, like 1521-ish, and that would that close out this gap? And the 1-year price target is now, well, $22 and $22. Oh, okay, $22.91, which is a 22% return, and 28 bucks. Yeah, it's going to be a while to get there. Okay, what else? I want to do DRS. DRS. Trader Marat brought this up. I don't think I've ever tracked this one. Leonardo DRS, Electronic Technology, Aerospace, and Defense. My little nephew, who graduated from high school, well, let's see, let me think about this. He's a rocket scientist, but when he graduated from high school, well, no, I think when he was in 9th grade, he was in college because he skipped high school. And Aerospace Rocketdyne, I think, is the other one I've tracked because of him. I think he did an internship there. All right, I digress. Okay, here's a nice clean chart since I have not looked at this. Your window to, let me look at the RSI. That tells me everything I need to know. Okay. I like to put this at the top. It's going down on the daily. There's some little tidbits for drawing it out in technical analysis here for you. The middle of the trend, I'm going to mark, well, no, I'm going to mark this on the 5. Okay, 51.15, 54.42, don't hold your breath, 57.93 to the south side, 39.24. Now I'm going to roll this over. So we've got a gap here that closed. Do we have any open wounds? Nothing huge that I see. Oops. Delete. Let's go over to the 5. Okay, we've got a gap here. See how you have different buy and sell signals and different gaps on different time frames. Oops. So we went up, which means we're going to close on the going south, downward. So right now, this will be in red, and that will take me to here. Hit this. If you can't find your favorites, here's the target. You hit that star button. And your next target to the south side. And let's mark this out. Oh, I thought I'd delete. Let's try that again. Okay, let's delete that. And your middle of the trend line is now 44.06. Turn that purple. And your window to the north side will be 45.06. That's all I'm going to give you because don't expect a stock to get to this level or this level in one trading day. And because this will recalculate. See here, resistance and falling down. And a bounce off support. This is resistance, support, resistance. All you're doing is hoping to go up within this channel here. So for some, this is a buy channel and then your sell channel, if that's how you like to use the linear to help you trade. So 41.15 would line up here. And then obviously some people like to, let's go on the daily. Let me try one thing on the daily. So here's your buy signal. This is your sell signal. Your sell signal, sell, sell. And we're just grinding sideways here on the daily. And then we could just chop sideways or hopefully follow this line up. All right, that is a look at MSOS, Mara, and DRS. Oh, and NEO. I want to do one thing. Oops, that's the daily. Don't look at that. Tracked it for a super duper long time, just so that I remember who I tracked. He did this, I think, a day ago, but I'm going to put it for today because I'm going to make a note for myself because I forgot to, hold on a second. Checking something. Yeah, I don't know where it is now, but okay. Hopefully we start going in an upward channel on the 5. The RSI on the 5 is frothy, so we could go up and then roll over and then get back down to this level and then go back up again. All right, that does it for me. Have a great trading day.